Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers Masterpiece review. Thanks to the guys over at HobbyLink Japan. Today we are taking a look at MP-30 Cybertron Medic Ratchet. He is of course a Nissan Cherry Venet ambulance. Just taking a look at the back of the box, we've got some comparison shots, we've got the fact that Ratchet can fit in Prime's trailer, we've got alternative heads, we've got all of his weapons, and then we've got a synopsis of basically everything that's included in the box. And for all you scale junkies like myself, we also have the stats here for the Nissan Cherry itself. Here he is out of the packaging. He comes boxed in his ambulance vehicle mode. He comes with his repair bay sled. He comes with a set of stickers. Why have they stopped doing paint applications on figures and started giving us stickers again? Maybe they don't want people like Toy Hacks giving us stickers. I don't know, but I don't really know if I like their stickers. They don't feel as nice as like the Repro label Toy Hacks. They didn't have a very good consistency to them. They're quite waxy. I've gone for the more G1 animation like stickers in my opinion. Just a couple on here, and those other ones are going to go on the shoulder, and I've got one just on the roof there. We get a collector's card with this. Again, the collector's card, I think it was Six Shot Changer, I think it was, who mentioned the cards. They're really flimsy in comparison to the third-party cards. I mean, I'm glad that we're still getting these. I know a lot of people like collecting the cards and the coins, but they're very thin. We could do with some of the high-end gloss ones we get with the third-party companies. Now, let's take a look at his repair bay. We have laser pistols, x-ray blasters, arc welders, magno wrenches, cyber spanners, repair beam emitters, laser scalpels, static laser guns, anti-flyer missile launchers. There's a faceplate hidden just underneath. We've got repair beam parts, we've got the actual platform itself, and again, I think it was Six Shot Changer and Shuriken Combiner that said, why is there nothing underneath the platform? Why don't we have any tracks like it had in the cartoon? It had kind of like some kind of metal rollers underneath there, like sled legs, didn't it? And I believe the original G1 toy did as well. Surely it wouldn't have hurt them just to stick a set of something on underneath it, just to hold it up right like that. That's all we ask, really. With the sled off to one side, let's take a look at his alt mode. It is bloody nice. It does look very nice indeed. We have that that strange face that we got with the G1 toy. That's through there. Mine doesn't want to tab in perfectly. It's pretty tight and it holds together solidly, but you do get some small gappage along there. I like the paint applications there on the rims. Nice chrome used on the lights. And this label here, that's painted, I think it is. That's pre-applied. Why not do that with the rest? And if people want to change them, they can get stickers to put over the top. It's nice. I like the clear blue windows. Got some nice detailing on the back here. Nothing on the plate there. Do we have a Nissan badge on this one? I don't think we even get a Nissan badge. No, we don't. He rolls nicely. He's a good, solid shape. They've got the shape and the look and the design of the vehicle mode down to a T. It looks fantastic. It was a very small ambulance, although at some point in the cartoon they all managed to fit in it. I think it had like 5 Transformers in it, so apparently Ratchet can mass shift beyond his capabilities, a bit like Astro Train. Of course, Ratchet doesn't want to take his repair bay everywhere he goes. When he wants to travel light, he can store 2 of his guns just on the underside of his body there. And we can also flip up this section on the roof, which is a lot easier if you don't have stubby fingers with no nails. Just flip this section up, and we now have an adapter port on the top there, where we can mount any of the standard weapons that Ratchet would normally hold in his hands. Here he is alongside some of his Autobot comrades. He really does look the part. I absolutely love the alt mode. It is fantastic. I loved Ironhides. They are a big step up from what we got with Tracks. Now, I absolutely love Trax, but I was completely fanboyed by him. He was my favourite figure as a kid, and the Masterpiece, there was something a little bit lacking from it, wasn't there? They really upped the game with Ironhide. Then we had Laser Wave, and I really liked Laser Wave. I've actually put my Quake Wave up for sale because of how much I liked Laser Wave, but he didn't tick everybody's boxes. And then we get Ratchet. Ratchet just comes along, just quiet little Ratchet sits in the corner and blows everyone away. He is amazing. Now, on the odd chance that Prime does need Ratchet's assistance in the back of his trailer, Ratchet can fit. You have to just push down on the top bar and it hooks under a small lip. So push it under and it hooks under there nicely. So let's push that under and he'll drive up and fit in the back of Prime. Now, mine does have a habit of popping up as soon as it has any pressure applied on top. So it does tend to get kind of halfway in and then get stuck. There it is. It's popped up. But it does, in theory, fit. Now, as much as I love Ratchet's alt mode, I prefer his bot mode. So let's get him changed up. Your first port of action is just to grab the back here and lift this tabbed section up. Grab these sections here. They are tabbed in at the bottom here. Lift that up and bring that out to the side. Extend this shoulder section out and bring the glass section all the way up to this angle. We can then bend this section over like so. Extend this section up and out. It's on a folding hinge, and then you want to bring this section down with this front panel here lined downwards. Bring this section down to the front, and these sections here just slide in under the armpits, locking this torso section here in place, and that is a fantastic Ratchet head sculpt. Come to Ratchet's underbelly. You want to grab these wheels here. You want to just extend those out so they're on the outside there. Then they fold inwards and tuck into this gap nicely. Do the same with this side. Extend that out and then back over on itself and just tuck that in tidily. Come around to these side panels. You want to flip this up, rotate it around, and that's going to tab in like so. There's now this gap here. Untab these door hinges, bring those down, and there's a tab just behind the leg there. That's going to tab in behind that, locking that into place on the leg. Split the legs. They're tabbed in quite tightly on the bottom of the feet there. Extend the legs by the knee and rotate the legs around. Rotate the toes outwards and bring back the heel spur. Just tab that into place. Unplug these front wheel sections. They just slide out on a slider. We can then bring the legs forwards. These now rotate upwards. Come round to the back here. They then push inwards. And then you can just tab this section here in, giving him a big tire butt cheeks. Untab Ratchet's crotch section. That's going to flip down. And then this whole section here is actually going to lift up, and that's going to go up to the top, and there's these tabs just up here. They're going to come and tab in like so. You can then come up to the shoulders, rotate it upwards, and bend it down on that lovely Ratchet. Open this section up, and you want the actual elbow itself also extends, just comes down like so. You can then close this section off and bring this section up and over, sealing off the arm. And finally, last but not least, just bring down this tab by the side of the head. That locks the shoulders into place. And there we have Ratchet. And here is the Doctor in all of his glory. I think he looks marvellous. Obviously, it is pretty much identical to the Ironhide mould, but again, I said I like that mould, and he does look so vibrant. It's a very clean white. It's very nice. I love the way he can pull off some really good stances. I like the stickers that I've applied. Again, they are not the quality that I would have liked, but the overall effect is definitely there. I love how the blue It's very like translucent and almost glows on his chest as well. We already have the Autobot logo insignia there underneath, which is rightly positioned. Taking a look around the back, we do have those tyre buttocks there, and we do have a lot of visible holes. I sometimes wish that a company would come out with some hole fillers, like Planet X do with their figures. I just wish there was a company that produced these screw hole covers for actual Transformers just on their own. It's a very, very small market because most people would display their figures like this. I suppose the odd person might display all their figures facing backwards. Now, what I love about this set is the fact that the tools are a standard size as well, and they fit nearly all of the Masterpiece hands, so you can kind of get this whole scene scenario thing going on where they're all coming into Ratchet's repair bay, and you got the likes of Wheeljack helping out. Now, although Ratchet is a man of medicine, he also comes fully equipped to tackle the Decepticons in the field. You can laden this guy up to the teeth with lots and lots of weaponry. And just like his brother-in-arms, Ironhide, he does come with a chest insert. It's not the greatest looking chest insert there, but it's an insert nonetheless. For a scale comparison, here he is alongside some of the other Autobots, third party and Masterpiece alike. Now, it wasn't until Ratchet hit the shelves that we realised there was actually a small problem with Ironhide. It's actually the shoulder joints. The shoulder joints are actually left is on right, right is on left, and they're back to front. That's what the shoulders should look like, and that's what they actually do look like. This joint here is actually should be shown that way round, and obviously then the shoulder is backwards. I think it's Paik for Life. He's done a really good tutorial just how to switch them over. It's basically just unscrewing them, and then this one goes onto this side, this one goes on this side, but there is like a ratchet in there, so you do have to be careful. He does a very, very good tutorial on that. Now, as far as articulation goes, Ratchet's head can go up and down. Fantastic range there. I love how he can look down below his chest. Left and right. Shoulders can come up and down. The shoulders can go all the way around. We do have some clearance issues there. You have to have them out like so to get full range of motion. We do get an upper bicep rotation. We get a nice bend at the elbow. Rotation at the wrist. We do get a little bit of up and down motion on the wrist. Rotation at the waist. We get front skirts to allow the legs to go this far forwards, this far back. They come out to the side this much. There is an upper thigh rotation. We get a lovely bend at the knee there. Not quite 90 degrees though. We get forwards and backwards motion on the foot, as well as some nice pivoting. Now, if you'd like to change out the stock head, it's very simple. Just grab the face, grab these two aerial sections, and just give it a little wiggle, and it's just literally tabbed in. We can then bring in the alternative face. That looks scary. Just slides into that gap and plug that back in. Now, I call this the Fonz head. It's kind of like, hey! So there we have it, guys. That is MP-30. Can you believe we've had that many Masterpiece figures in the time they've been doing it? Wow. What does the future hold? I honestly am so excited. I mean, who'd have thought we would have Hot Rod? Jeez, I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Ratchet is sublime. This head is funny, isn't it? I'm not convinced by that face sculpt. It's very happy-go-lucky. It's a very nice prominent chin on there though as well, and it's almost looks a bit like a Playmobil face, that one. I've been looking at some of the cartoon, and the shoulder stickers aren't quite correct. I may take those off and get some repro labels instead. It's just the cross. There's no red squares on either section. The Autobot logo is fine. That's fine where it is. I would have liked something to been done with this base, just some skis on the bottom. I think that would have been a nice finishing touch. Absolutely love the fact that his tools all fit in the other Autobots' hands, and this is fantastic. I love this. He can really work on his colleagues, and it's just fun, and it looks fantastic. Overall, I'm very, very happy with Ratchet. It's definitely worth the money, and it was definitely worth the wait. Now, I know some of you out there already have what you believe to be a masterpiece Ratchet in the form of Voodoo's Ratchet. And yes, he does look very good indeed. Should you buy this as well? I don't know. I don't have the Voodoo to hand. It does look good. I'm not convinced by the backpack section. I think I've heard a few complaints it doesn't quite tab in. But then people aren't overly happy by these hip skirts and the way the tyres go round. Now I know there is a kit coming out for Ironhide which modifies that. It removes the doors and you basically get hinge doors, I believe. So it all tucks in nicely and also has an alternative head to make it look more cartoon accurate, I guess. Maybe they'll do one for Ratchet. I personally don't think he needs one. I like how the hips look. I think it breaks it up. It really isn't as noticeable. It doesn't really look like a diaper like some of the original test shots made it look to be. Again, I would have liked some screw covers for the back there. That's just me being a little bit picky. But overall, it is an amazing figure. Thanks again to the guys over at HobbyLink Japan for getting this out to me. If you do like this figure, feel free to click the link in the description below here. It takes you straight through to the Ratchet sale page over at HobbyLink Japan. If you found this video useful, feel free to share it and give it a big thumbs up. If you like my content, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, from myself and Ratchet, thanks for watching. Goodbye.